Hello world, it's me, Princess V, the creator of Love Clearly. Right now in this time, space, reality, we are focused on what Cancer needs to know during this Jupiter transiting in the sign of Taurus. So this is a transit that is affecting everyone on a global stance. It went into play May 15th of this year, and it will continue to cause changes in our lives all the way until next year, May 25th, 2024. So if you catch this reading beforehand, even better. This is going to be a timeless reading, so whenever you find yourself on here, definitely grab the gems that spirit is wanting you to hear in this time. Okay, so these are just a few decks that we have here. I am going to go ahead and get into this reading. For Cancers, I know, even when I got into it, I kind of was like, all right, so Cancers, I know I have a lot of Cancers in my family, and one thing about this sign is that they definitely, you Cancers love your space, love to be in your little shell, love to kind of do things where you pop your head out occasionally, but you feel more comfortable in your own little environment. And with this transit, I'm literally feeling like divine is like trying to pull you out of this shell, and you're like, okay, I'm interested, but like, am I really interested? Like, I haven't even began the reading and I already feel this teetering going on where it's like, yes, you know what you want, you know exactly, like, I guess this path, because there's this higher inner knowing that we all have. And no matter your sign, no matter where you are in life, there is always this like inner compass that's constantly pointing in a direction of which you are wanting to progress to. And with Cancer, it is so beautiful to see how you guys operate, because Cancers are naturally emotional, yet at the same time they have this way of snapping at people when they feel like they're not being heard correctly, because they are honestly very misunderstood, but such a lovable sign. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this reading and see what the divine has for Cancers during this transit of Jupiter in the sign of Taurus. We have expansion tied up with luxury, coming together, just wanting you to blossom and shine and be all that you are destined to be. So let's see what the cards have for us. Let's see what the divine has in store. So divine, what does Cancers need to know during this transiting of the beautiful planet Jupiter in the sign of Taurus? So Cancers, let's go ahead and see what it is that the divine wants you to know. So first up, we have Queen of Swords. So already, this being the forefront focus of the reading, I'm seeing with Queen of Swords, it's all about trusting your wisdom, trusting that your thoughts, your perspective, your reality is always valid. And sometimes we do have people in our life that may want to make us feel as though we're not being understood, when really it's just them not being able to grasp what you are saying to their capacity. But right now, that's not really your concern, or that doesn't need to be your concern anymore. You cannot force anybody to see things your way. You just have to know that you're being guided by a higher timeline. We are in the age of Aquarius, and this is where there's a lot of intuition coming forward. There's a lot of deep knowingness happening, a lot of secrets being revealed, a lot of ideologies changing. And right now, I'm hearing the divine say that your inner wisdom is sacred to you. And you have to trust it and know that you know what you're doing at the end of the day. And it is going to cause you to find some strength. Find this higher power that's going to pull you along your journey, because there may be times where you want to question yourself and you want to question your journey and say, is this right for me? Is it not? Am I doing the right thing at this current moment? Should I change positions? Sometimes, Cancers, you may be a bit insecure with your steps. And whether you show it or not, it is an internal thing that you feel behind closed doors. And right now, more than ever, do you need to let that go? Do you need to find that strength and say, you know what, enough is enough. I kept myself small for this long, but going forward, I'm no longer keeping myself small. I'm going to shine as bright as my heart desires, regardless of who wants to try to dim my light. That's irrelevant. The outside world, it's chaotic, okay? It's chaotic. Anyone can go on the news right now, turn on social media, you'll see something negative, something chaotic, something that's going to rack your brain. And because there's so much happening external, now more than ever is it time to come home to yourself. Okay? Come home to yourself. And you have the Empress coming up. So the Empress is saying that you are on the verge of birthing something beautiful, birthing something life-changing. And now more than ever, is it the time to go for it? Every sign right now is being pushed. Every single human, every soul is being pushed into the unknown, which will cause this expansion in life. And right now, you beautiful Cancers, this is your time. The momentum is high. You are fertile with energy. Whether you're birthing an actual human, an actual soul into this world, whether you're birthing a business, whether you're birthing a relationship, whatever you are in the midst of cultivating between your energy, the divine, your higher power, God source, whatever your higher knowing is connected with, I see that it's all working out for your highest and greatest good. And already right now, I'm seeing a lot of feminine energy coming forth. So stay in your femininity. Femininity is all about receiving. Femininity is all about this internal knowing, yet at the same time, you know when to speak, when to not, when to move, when to stay still. You know everything's happening for your highest and greatest good. You are open to receive all that the world is giving to you. Of course, that does come with discernment, where you have to pick and choose what you want to engage with and what you do not. But right now, I'm seeing nothing but beautiful things coming in your direction. Then we have the world. Okay, the world wants to open up for you right now. And the world cannot open up if you are in your shell. Aquarius, God, you Aquarius. Cancers, my beautiful, beautiful Cancers. If you are in your shell right now and you are wanting to hide away from the world, whether you're in a point in your life right now, because all my messages are always for empowerment. But in reality, we can't always stay on a high vibrational timeline. Sometimes we get affected by the outside world. Things happen, life happens, bills happen, job happens, children happen, relationship happen. There's things that just come up. And if you're in this state where you're not really wanting to step out of your comfort, you're not wanting to take this next step of trusting your intuition, I want you to know here and now that you Cancers are highly intuitive. You have this way of sensing something before it even comes into play. And with this law of attraction, now there's many laws of the universe, but right now I've been feeling spirit want to urge me to let pretty much every sign know about the beautiful law of attraction. Everyone's talking about manifestation, but it all comes down to your thoughts and your emotions and how you feel about the various thoughts you have. If you are thinking in an intuitive stance of all the negative ways things can play out, that will affect your reality and cause it to be the negative vibes that you are putting out there. Right now, you need to stand in this optimistic space where you're looking at everything from light and love. You're seeing nothing but the beauty out of the world, because as you do that, as you step into this soft life, this receiving, this feminine energy, and it doesn't matter if you're male or female. Femininity and masculinity, it is within each human body, within each spirit has the duality of feminine and masculine. Right now, for you, Cancer, I am feeling this need to step into your femininity more, because that is what's going to take you where you're longing to go. And then look at this. We have another feminine energy coming forth, and this is 5 of Pentacles. So if there is any scarcity that you may be feeling, if there is anything that is causing you to want to stay indoors, stay to yourself, not come out of your shell, I need you to go into some time of solitude and figure out what is stopping you from reaching for the stars. What is stopping you from seeing your highest self, the best version of you? Seeing that version and going forward, what is stopping you from that? And once you figure out what it is that's causing you to maybe bow your head when you should be raising your head. It's 2 totally different cards that are coming out. We have the major arcanas, yes, but I'm talking about with this Queen of Swords and this 5 of Pentacles. We have the main card, the main message of holding your head up high. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles where her head is bowed. 5 of Pentacles, it can be in this space of scarcity where you're needing to figure out where your next physical comfort is coming from, where your next finances are coming from. I need you to trust the divine. You can literally attract something that you don't physically have, but because you've aligned yourself so much energetically, you can call it in faster than ever. And this is something that you will have to practice in order to see it. I've done it in my life, and I'm going to continue to do it in my life. And there's various ways that I plan on showing up on this channel to help you Cancers along this journey. So if you are ever looking for guidance, whether you want to look on my channel or find empowerment videos online, the World Wide Web is so big. Advance your confidence. Let the insecurity go. Let the negative vibes go. Let anything within yourself, because I don't see this. I'm not feeling an energy of something outside of you stopping you from growing. What I'm really feeling right now, the biggest opposition that you may be having is yourself. And once you understand that you are moving past you're moving past who you once were, that's when the journey into the new life can truly begin. Now let's go ahead and pull from this beautiful moon deck here. And if you don't know, Cancer rules the moon. And the moon is all about the intuition, the hidden messages that are wanting to come out. So let's see what this Monology deck has for us. So this wanted to come out. We have the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. So this this need to keep yourself small, this need to replay old situations from the past, this old way of looking at life, that is coming to an end, because where you're going, especially here in this beautiful high vibrational energy, it's wanting you to step into your power. It's wanting you to connect with more people. It's wanting you to expand beyond your comfort. It's wanting you to live as your highest and best self. Another card that fell out is it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. So Aries is all about this go get it energy. Aries, they're this leadership sign. And maybe you'll start to see the results of the work that you're putting in, either during that full moon in Capricorn, which I'm not certain when that cycle comes around. I always have to do my astrological checking before I actually can plan for my rituals for the various moon phases. But with the new moon in Aries, Aries is literally always around, I believe Aries season is more so like early, I want to say March, April. I could be wrong. But whenever this Aries season is, definitely that maybe when you start to see the action, the seeds that you're planting now, Cancer, the seeds that you are putting in, the work that you are doing, the sleepless nights, the early mornings, the stepping out of your comfort. I see that the results that you are longing for, you'll of course start to see it as time goes along, but maybe that grand picture, that all of the pieces of the puzzles are coming together. I'm seeing Aries is going to be a very, that new moon in Aries time, it's going to hold a lot of weight. So just take note of that, because that actually might end up really showing you that it may be that time when you really see that results, see that bright light at the end of the tunnel. So Cancers, let's see what the Oracle has to say and what advice we can get for you during this Jupiter transit in the sign of Taurus. Spirit, what does the Cancer sign have to know? Okay, let's see. So first up, we have becoming nobody. So becoming nobody, it's all about this fresh start, rewriting your own story, becoming this new version of yourself. Who you once were was needed in your life to bring you into who you are today, but it is not what is going to take you into your next version. Honor who you once were. Understand that it took who you once were to bring you to where you are today. But where you are going requires a new version of yourself. It requires this higher power taking over. You're no longer living life through limited beliefs. You're no longer living life through whatever you once believed, maybe keeping yourself stagnant and dimming your light and finding excuses that may have been okay before. But with becoming nobody coming out, I'm seeing that this new version of yourself, she's requiring new action, new characteristics, new ways of looking at life, new perspectives, new realities. I'm changing, I'm evolving, I'm growing. Let's do it. Cancers, go for it, okay? Next up, we have create and progress. So what is your talents? What is it that your higher power wants you to work on? Is it something for a new business? Is it a new hobby? Is it a new spiritual task that you want to take on? Is this a retreat you want to expand on or maybe go to? What is it that you know your heart wants you to start creating? Because now is the time to create and progress. Go forward. Go forward. Excuse me, that was my baby. Okay, so we have with this create and progress, it is all about going for the enlightenment that your higher self wants you to be in. Going for the new lifestyle that you may see others living in, and you may know that your way of living in it will be what sets your soul on fire. Live brightly, live so boldly, step out of your shell. Yes, it's comfortable, it's homey, it's relaxing, it's what you know, but get out of it, okay? Your sign is a water sign. With water signs, you can be a bit emotional. And with water being an element that holds memory, it is something that you have to actively pick and choose your thoughts. And this is a side note, but I recently watched Eat, Pray, Love. And you may want to watch that movie. It is, I believe, on HBO Max. Again, it's Eat, Pray, Love. It's absolutely beautiful. In there is a snippet that's actually going viral online where a character in the movie basically told the main character, like, you have to select your thoughts like you select your clothing for the day. You cannot let any and every thought arise and let that be what you sit in and you fester on and you replay and you let hold stagnant, because that's not what's serving you in the long run. And Cancers, I understand with you being so intuitive, there may have been many times where you thought something wasn't going to work out. You saw things happening a certain way and it happened exactly the way you thought. Now I want you to take that same metaphor, that same scenario, and flip it. Imagine if instead of thinking of all the ways things could go wrong, you thought about all the ways things can go right. And with you already knowing that your intuition is always on point and is always right, when you flip it from the negative to the positive and all you expect is good, all you expect to see is a beautiful day and abundance coming your way and money just flowing and your livelihood just expanding, your health getting better, your wellness is just on point. That is when you literally attract it. Your intuition is sharp. What you think, you become. What you think, you attract. So instead of thinking glass half empty, think of it as glass half full. Now let's see what our ancestors have to say. Ancestors, this is ancestor and animal guides. What do Cancers need to know during this Jupiter transit in the sign of Taurus? Okay, that kind of wanted to come out, but since it didn't actually drop, we're going to keep on shuffling. Some did come. They flipped over. Let's see. Okay. We got it. Let's get it. We have a few things that wanted to come out, and we can look at this base really fast. We have trust and thrive. So, that's just the base, but let's get into the main cards here. So this one fell. This one is saying see beyond the current situation. See beyond your current reality. Know that where you currently are, it is something that you may have attracted. And whether you want it or not, there is still more that you can attract. And as you align it with the positive energy, as you align it with what you want and not what you don't want, that is when you attract that into your reality. So see beyond this current reality. See beyond this current situation. Don't look at it as, oh, this is where I'm at forever. There's no way I can go forward, because that is you living in limited beliefs. Let it go. Know that you were placed here to live, love, and expand. And it's time that you do so, okay? It is time. Next up, we have Wise One. Grow within your current situation. So we have two cards that came out back to back talking about the situation. So what situation are you currently in that your soul is wanting you to transcend past? What is the current situation that your soul wants you to work on so you can become this better version of self? What situation are you currently in that you may not resonate with no more? And who do you need to release and say, we're not on the same page. You go your way, I'll go mine. Send you lots of light and love. Goodbye. What is that? And if you already know, perfect. Figure it out, get it situated, move forward. And if you don't know, don't worry. Spend some time in solitude. Go into your shell, but don't stay there. Spend some time in your shell. Figure out what you want, what you don't want. Whatever you don't want, don't even really worry about that, because as long as you keep your focus on what you do want, whatever you don't want will literally just fall off. It'll just start to disappear, where it's like at one point it was the forefront of your reality, Cancer. At one point all you knew was to eat, sleep, and breathe this bad situation. But because you've changed your focus onto any and everything that you want, that your soul is calling in, that's when you literally don't even remember how focused you were on a negative situation, because you've moved past it. You're beyond that. You don't resonate with those low vibes anymore. And you're a wise one. You are the ruler of the moon. Cancers, trust yourself. Now you must trust yourself. Jupiter wants you to trust yourself. Learn more about Jupiter. Jupiter rules Thursday. So Thursday might be that day that you can really activate that higher power inner knowing. Go for it. You got this. I have faith in you. Next up, we have Traveler. Move into a new direction. Where are you going, Cancer? And this is what a request that I feel like the divine is asking. And you can leave it in the comments, you can write it down, but you need to be very clear on where you want to go. Write it down, solidify it, focus on it, leave it in the comments, write it down on a piece of paper, write it on your arm, whatever the case is. But you need to know that this new direction that you're going is a requirement of your soul. And they say that when our soul comes into this earthly realm, we come in with this like soul contract that they say we ask for it. Like, we plan out our life on earth, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it, because there is this lesson that you can learn from trials and tribulations that give you this higher knowledge that can help others. And because Cancer, you are such a loving sign. There's a lot of ways that you may be a bit understood, but at the core essence of your sign, it's all about your emotions. And love is the highest frequency. Love is where you shine the brightest. And I'm hearing the divine say that you need to pull more love into your life. Put it into yourself. That way you can continue to put it in others. I see you learning more about who you are, who you once were, grabbing all the lessons from the journeys that you've been on in life, and using that to help tell your story and help others along their journey. And by doing so, it creates this beautiful community of like-minded individuals that all just want to grow and move past the stagnant energy. So we are going to pull from this light deck right here. I believe this is the Light Worker Oracle deck. One day, we will have the links down below for all of these decks. I just have so much going on, I definitely forget to look them up. But let's see what this beautiful Light Oracle deck has to say for our beautiful Cancers during this Jupiter transit in the sign of Taurus. So we have a few cards that came out. First up, we have Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Who is getting under your skin, honey? Who has striked their last match in your life? Who has poked you for the last time, got under your skin for the last time? What is no longer serving you that you need to say goodbye to? Because that needs to be released like yesterday. Because once you let that go, of course, you know, this beautiful time, it just keeps on going. And once you release what's no longer serving you, all you can do is attract what you want. And I'm really hearing the divine say, it's time to go for it. Let it go, and move forward. Get grounded, empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. So Cancers, we clearly already understand the sensitivity of your soul, especially being the fact that you're so emotional, you're so intuitive, you can't help but feel deeply from the situations that you may find yourself in. And a tip that the divine wants to give you is that when you find yourself feeling flustered, you find that energy becoming a bit chaotic within yourself, you start to feel like you don't feel the ground anymore. You're flying, you're doing too much sometimes, because when you're beginning a new business, you're beginning a new life journey, you're on a new track, sometimes it can get where you're like, oh my God, okay, I'm in this tunnel, I don't really see the light at the end, I know what I'm doing, or I know that I have to trust the divine, but you get a bit flustered. And of course, you know, the external world is always pulling and tugging on your heartstrings. The divine is saying, go out in nature. And nature has many forms, whether it's water, which you're most compatible with, whether it's nature as far as, not nature, but earth, as far as like going out in the trees and sitting in the grass and really grounding in the soil, whether it's working with the element of fire, whether it's going out on a breezy day and letting the wind blow through you, whether it's working more with spirit. Cultivate the elements of life and let that help ground your sensitivity. And then we have break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. And this 110% correlates with this becoming nobody. You are rewriting something. You're moving into a new direction. Where are you going? What do you want? Are you clear about everything that you're calling in? Do you know 110% what your next steps look like? You have from now until next year, May of 2025, to really hit the ground running, because any and everything you put out there, it is the divine law right now that everything that you are working on, it is coming to you. It is as if the divine is saying, yes, we can promise you that everything that you want is coming to you. You just have to step into alignment first. You have to make sure you're surrounded by people that's also aligned with where you are going. No more little people wanting to keep you little. No more people living in the status quo and you finding ways to adjust to be in the same status quo with them. We are moving beyond that. Okay, let's see what self-care we need to know. What do my beautiful Cancers need to know? Okay, let's just let that out. We got some stuff, and this is about 3 cards. So first up that wanted to come up face up is drink tea. Drinking tea is so therapeutic. It is also very good to help ground your energy. It helps to slow you down. It helps you to truly understand that time, the now, the present moment, it is where the highest frequency is. That is where you can make pivotal changes in your life. And when you drink tea, and this is like a download that I'm receiving from the divine, and I'm hearing that when you drink tea and you do it with the intentions of slowing down the body so you can wholeheartedly envision what you want, it is a way to manifest and call in your desires. And for the divine to know that you are truly wanting that out of your life, and smiling from your soul, because this is something that will light you up. Next up on the self-care card, we have connect with earth. So that definitely coincides with our get grounded, connect with nature. So outside is calling you, baby. Nature is calling you, baby. Get in some soil, stick your toes in the dirt, play with some grass, hug a tree, okay? Hug a tree, and do some deep breathing. Oh my gosh, deep breathing. There's literally a study on how meditation and intentional breath work can change the genetic makeup of your body and heal you from things that you didn't even know could be healed. So that's just a little tip, you beautiful Cancers. Now, we're going to get ready to slowly wrap this up. We have 2 more decks we're reading from. So we have the Mystic Sisters deck. I am never able to just know what each card is, so I read from this beautiful book right here. So let's see what beautiful goddess wants to come and assist the beautiful Cancers during this transit of Jupiter in the sign of Taurus. And we have Cygnus. And I know this card oh too well. It is absolutely beautiful. Let's see what Cygnus has to say for you. And I'm reading through the actual viewfinder, so bear with me. If I butcher it, just know you can see it yourself. Hopefully I don't butcher it too badly. So we have Cygnus. Keywords are release and surrender. Swans symbolize the transformation of the soul and the release of matter into pure spirit. Because swans are adept at moving on land, on water, and through the air, in ancient times they were believed to be the messengers of the gods that carried souls away. It is said that swans only sing once in their lives, hence when they are, they only sing once in their lives when they are about to die. Hence, a swan song has the meaning of a person's last piece of creative work or final performance. Drawing the card of Cygnus tells you it's time to gracefully release something, a beloved idea, or a person you have held close to your heart. You may have already reached this conclusion. If not, this card may give you a gentle push to finally let go with grace and honor. So I don't really have to unpack that too much, because those paragraphs, the meaning of those those goddesses, when they come in on a message, it always just helps to really give that icing on the cake of the reading here. We definitely mentioned conclusions and situations and releasing and surrendering, so that is beautiful that it all tied in. Now, last but not least, we're pulling from this beautiful princess deck. Of course, one day the cards will be linked down below. But let's see. Okay, that's wow. Well, okay, we can go through it. We can do it. I'll do it for you, Cancer. I'll do it for you, Cancer. So originally 1 card fell below, and I thought this was going to be the card. But then as I kept shuffling, 3 cards wanted to come out. And we're going to just quickly go through them. Escapist, come home to yourself. Come home to yourself. Trust your inner knowing. Trust your knowledge. You got this. Universe, we are all stardust. So the universe supports you. They are willing and ready and able to give you all that you desire. Go for it. Know that you are stardust and you can attract all that you want. And sundress, do it for you. Don't do it for anybody else. Don't let anybody else get any credit for your hard work. You put in the time for what you want because you know that that's what's going to serve your highest and greatest good. So go for it. Work for it. You got it. Okay. Last but not least, we have raindrops. Take a chance on them. So take a chance on yourself. Take a chance on the divine. Take a chance on your inner wisdom. Take a chance on connecting with like-minded individuals. That's all about this expansion, all about this rewriting of the future, all about growth and evolvement, all about personal empowerment. Okay? So, you beautiful, beautiful Cancers, I am sending you so much peace, love, happiness, health, and wellness. I am Princess Fee, the creator of Love Clearly. If you are wanting to find me on any other platforms, they all will be listed down below in the description. I do offer personal readings as well as life coaching. So if you're interested, my email will be down below. It is officialloveclearly@gmail.com. Again, that's officialloveclearly@gmail.com. So again, I'm sending you peace, love, happiness, health, and wellness. And may we meet again. Bye.